History is rarely written with a whisper. It takes grit, fire, and the kind of performances that echo through the halls of greatness. And right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are writing their story with thunderclaps up 2-0 against a wounded, reeling Minnesota Timberwolves squad in the Western Conference Finals. But as we head into Game 3, the question isn't just who will win. It's how much fire is left in the Timberwolves' heart, and can OKC deliver the knockout punch in front of a roaring home crowd? Welcome back to Beyond the Box Score, where we don't just break down the game, we decode the battlefield of basketball. Today, we're diving deep into what might be a turning point or the tipping point in this Western Conference Finals clash between the OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far, this series has been a showcase for dominance, and at the center of it is the Thunder's undisputed alpha, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. After dropping 38 points in Game 2, SGA made one thing clear: he's not just playing, he's possessing the moment. Jalen Williams added his usual versatility and poise, and Chet Holmgren was all over the paint with presence, power, and poise. It's no exaggeration to say that OKC isn't just winning, they're setting a tone. But let's rewind the tape. This isn't some Cinderella story for OKC. With a league-best 68-14 regular season record, a top-4 offense, and the #1 rated defense, this squad has been playing chess while the rest of the league plays checkers. They've been dominant, methodical, and above all, consistent. On the flip side, the Timberwolves came into this series after slugging it out in a grueling 7-game semifinal. Their momentum ran into a defensive wall, and in Game 2, their frustration boiled over. Anthony Edwards tried to shoulder the burden, but with Rudy Gobert out and the paint wide open, Minnesota's entire rhythm collapsed. Let's put the numbers under the microscope. Oklahoma City is putting up 118.1 points per game and allowing just 105.1, the best defensive stat line in the league. They're not just holding opponents, they're squeezing the oxygen out of games. SGA, averaging 32.3 points and 6.1 assists in the playoffs, has been unguardable. Whether it's the elbow jumper, the Euro step, or the delayed hesitation drives, he's dictating tempo like a symphony conductor. Then there's Chet Holmgren. His rim protection has completely altered Minnesota's inside game. His help defense against Edwards has forced the Wolves into more isolation and perimeter looks, where they've been streaky at best. Meanwhile, Minnesota is averaging 114.3 points, decent, but not enough to crack OKC's wall. Edwards is doing everything: 27.7 points, 5.9 boards, 4.5 assists, but without Gobert, and now with Dante DiVincenzo and Terrence Shannon both questionable, the perimeter rotation has been stretched thin. That's been crucial, especially when they're asked to guard a backcourt as dynamic as SGA and Jalen Williams. This game won't just be played on hardwood, it's also unfolding on the injury reports. For Minnesota, Gobert is out with back issues. That's huge. He was their rim anchor, their best chance at keeping Holmgren and Hartenstein honest on the roll. Julius Randle? Still out. Dante DiVincenzo and Shannon are questionable, and even Naz Reid has been showing signs of fatigue after being asked to shoulder more minutes than ever. And Oklahoma City's injury report is lighter, but not insignificant. Luguentz Dort and Jalen Williams are both listed as questionable. If either sits, it slightly tips the balance, especially on defense, where Dort is crucial for slowing down Edwards. And Vegas has spoken, and the books are lining up behind the Thunder. Most sportsbooks have OKC as -9.5 favorites, with the over-under hovering around 228.5 points. The money line is trending -400 for the Thunder and +310 for the Wolves. Why such confidence? Simply put, it's about control. OKC isn't just outscoring Minnesota, they're controlling every possession. They're forcing turnovers, out-rebounding, and beating them in transition. The Wolves are looking for answers, but the Thunder are dictating the questions. Let's be honest. Unless Anthony Edwards goes nuclear, and unless the Timberwolves miraculously find a defensive backbone, Game 3 might be the beginning of the end for their playoff run. But here's where the emotion comes in. The Wolves aren't just playing to win, they're fighting to survive. They know the numbers. No team in NBA history has come back from a 3-0 deficit in the playoffs. This isn't just a game, it's a legacy checkpoint. For Edwards, it's about heart. For Karl Anthony Towns, it's about rewriting his reputation. For Minnesota, this is about proving they belong on this stage. But standing in their way is a young Thunder team playing like veterans. Confident, fearless, battle-tested. And the deeper they go, the more dangerous they look. So where does that leave us? I've watched every minute of this series, every rotation, every adjustment, every inbounds play. And from what I've seen, unless we get a historic game from Edwards or a complete collapse from OKC, this is going to be another thunderstorm. My final score prediction for Game 3. Oklahoma City Thunder, 117. Minnesota Timberwolves, 105. The future of the Western Conference is here, and it wears blue and orange. But can Minnesota flip the script? Or are we just 3/4 away from a sweep? This has been Beyond the Box Score. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your Game 3 predictions in the comments. And remember, it's not just about what happened, it's about why it happened. Yeah. See you after the buzzer.